The best healthcare is there in ways big and small. There when we most and least expect it. We may not see it, but we feel it. It lets us know we're not in this alone. Everyone deserves a healthcare partner who never quits. One who's there for what matters. United Healthcare. There for what matters.
It's time to knock some things off your bucket list. First up, travel the world. If you've always wanted to visit Hong Kong or vacation in the Swiss Alps and wondered what it was like, well, Jeanette, Yvette, and Tina got the scoop for you. These Jet Setting Divas are always at some fun and exotic place experiencing the best of what life has to offer. And each week, they'll tell you all about it. These ladies are always high-flying loads of fun.
Hi, I'm Jeanette.
And I'm Yvette.
And I'm Tina, and we are the Jet Setting Divas. Hey, ladies. What's
Hello.
going on in the world of travel?
It's the holidays, and people are going to start getting out there, going meet family, having fun. What's going on?
Can you believe it's already November and we are in the holiday season? I'm floored. Look like we just had this show talking about getting ready for the holidays and getting ready for traveling during the holidays. I just can't believe the year went by, I think 10 times faster than it has gone by, even during COVID.
Right.
So it looks like we saw last weekend you had a family trip, but I know a lot of people have family trips coming up for the holidays. So how did you all plan that? And where'd you go?
Oh yeah, awesome. Yeah, we planned this for over a year. We specifically wanted to go to a cabin out in Broken Bow, Oklahoma, where they have these these glamorous cabins and all the different beautiful scenery. So we actually were able to book a 25 occupancy beautiful estate, 10 bedrooms, and we had 23 people came. So we had a lot of folks got there. So we brought butane tanks. They boiled turkey necks and we had s'mores. They had game rooms, outdoor TVs where they were you could sit out by the fire. So it was just really, really nice. And I think what we did was, because everybody's so busy and have so many things to do with their family, we thought let's do so that was really kind of like our holiday family reunion. The one time we'll all get together and we'll probably still do stuff, but that's something that we kind of decided, and we want to do it every year. Earlier before the craziness, but still in the holiday season. So so that's kind of what we were thinking. And, I think it's going to become like an annual thing, because we were doing things at Christmas. Everybody can't come. People got to work. It's just so many different variables to, try to get, me, my siblings, our kids and their grandkids together. That was just going to be so hard. So it was really wonderful. We did a 4-day.
How did you book the place? I saw you all were in you were in a cabin that fit, you said 25 people. Did you book it through Airbnb, or did you book? How did you all book that?
Well, again, the millennials, they handled all of the accommodations. Okay. But what they did was they specifically wanted to go to Broken Bow. So Broken Bow has a cabin lodge, kind of like Airbnb. They have, these were the cabin that we stayed in pretty much was, like a $1.8 million cabin. And it was built and finished just this past May. So we were kind of one of the first ones in it. So it was pretty new. But what we can see is, like, in that area, they had other cabins that had that same floor plan or same structure. So I think that there may be some type of developer and some type of, I guess, market that, you can go specifically for that area, because it's really more, it's considered like a glamping spot. So you're going to have the fine efficiencies around camping, not being outdoor and also being outdoors, because they had a lot of things that you can do outdoors, games and stuff out there. So they had everything like you were out on a campsite, but except you slept inside of a luxury building.
Okay. Right.
Yeah,
and I'm sure.
And we paid a little bit every month, each person, and it was just a great experience. So Yeah, but I see people are doing things like that, going on cruises or going on, taking, renting Airbnbs, even just to do their Christmas and Thanksgivings these days. So
Right.
it's been pretty
Yeah.
popular.
Yeah, I see a lot of people just say, they're not staying home for Thanksgiving. They're not staying home for Christmas. They get their families or their immediate families and they go out to the Caribbean, or
Yeah.
they go and maybe book a cabin, in the snow somewhere and just, enjoy Christmas.
Yeah.
Some people don't want to be in the cold, for the holidays. They want to go out somewhere where it's warm and have fun. And,
I see another thing too that people are talking about is inflation and the cost of everything. And people want to do more affordable trips. And you can do more affordable trips if you get a big group of family members to go. You split the Airbnb. You can, have the cost of the flight. And then as far as the food and everything, you can plan that where it can be affordable. The drinks can be affordable because you're buying all of that yourself.
Yeah. And that was the plus of it. Was think about it. You go someplace. Nobody has to be responsible for cleaning up the house.
Yeah.
We had to pay a large, cleaning fee. We just had to make sure everything was put away the way it needs to be. It was within driving distance for everyone.
And you already told us you all took your own food. You had your own.
We all brought food, and they had a really well planned list. So they were like, "This person is bringing all of the baking goods, or this person is bringing all of the drinks." So they had it really parsed out where all of the, I'll say our kids, the sibling kids, they all were responsible for bringing certain sections of the grocery. And so by the time we got there, it was way too much stuff.
Yeah, I'm sure to save you all a lot of money, I'm sure.
That's always the case when you're doing something like that. You always going to have too much.
Yeah, you think about at least 16 people buying all this stuff. They had planned menus, and each person said how much they need for every item on the menu. And we had a couple of people that brought prepared stuff. So it was really, really kind of a best thing, because I would think about it. I hosted Christmas last year at my house, and I got to clean up. People miss. You got people using your toilets and things like that. So if there was a maintenance issue or something that happened when everybody was gone, it was going to be my responsibility. So I can see why people will say, "Hey, you know what? Even if I lived in the city where we are, let's get an Airbnb. We ain't going to grandma's house this time."
Yeah.
No.
So you can just go and leave and come back to your clean house.
Yeah, come back to my clean house. And
you didn't have to cook for everybody either.
Yeah, and you ain't stressed out, because it was fun cooking. It wasn't like cooking, you all stressed out trying to do the turkey, the dressing, and all the sides. And
you all were doing s'mores, and then there was a hot tub. That hot tub looked really nice.
It was 2 hot tubs, so it was a double hot tub.
Wow.
It was a double hot tub, and it was a stream or a lake, a little stream right behind, so they could go walk along the stream. They had a full playground on the site. So it was so many things. We don't have any kids, but it was perfect for we didn't have to go anywhere unless we chose to go anywhere, because we had everything we needed.
Yeah.
So so they brought whoever was over the s'mores, they brought out. I mean, we had some glamorous s'mores. I was like, they had the long sticks. We could stand in the house and cook our marshmallows. So it was
a good option for people who want to travel with family, who want to do something not at home, but they want to do something affordable and not go too far.
And and they've never done before. And we've done beach houses and things like that, but they've never done that before. So it was really great to see my siblings and everyone just so excited when they saw what room they were getting, and I'm getting this room. And then we had they had 2 rooms that sleep like 6 people. It was like these triple bunk beds or whatever. So and so all the boys got to be in one, and it was just really, really cool. It was just like one of our girls' trip where we had everybody there that could experience those same things, making drinks and playing family games and stuff like that. So it was pretty cool. Yeah. So but I mean, people are traveling, and I was just looking at stories. Why are people they can find other options to for the holidays. I know if things are high, you ain't got to fly, and probably flying is cheaper, because I've been seeing flights that are still in the reasonable range. To go anywhere.
Yeah, I've been seeing flights that are very, very cheap. These airlines are having sales. I mean, you can get somewhere for about $50 round trip.
Yes, because I'm thinking about going out to Atlanta for Thanksgiving, and what happens is, I was we were thinking about possibly driving, but it made no sense when I can get a cheaper ticket and go and come back. I don't have that convenience of having my own vehicle, but I'm like, what the heck? I'm like, I don't know.
I'm not a fan of sitting in a car for a long period of time riding somewhere. I don't like that. If I can get an airplane ticket, I will do it.
Yeah. So,
did you all see that story though about those kids that were flying by themselves? They got something
unaccompanied minors.
Unaccompanied
minors.
What
happened? I didn't see that.
Something happened. Their flight was canceled, and they got locked. They locked them in like a room or something all night long.
Them in a room, and the room was cold. Yeah, the room was
locked
cold.
them in a room in the airport.
Yeah,
because they didn't have, the flight didn't leave, so it was kind of one of these. What do you think about it when our flights? Sometimes 2, 3, 4 hours we waited for the next flight. And I guess they didn't get them on the next available flight or couldn't get them on a flight. So they put them in this cold room. The mother pretty much.
Where was the parents or the guardians?
They had to get
the mom is suing American Airlines right now. Yeah. So that's what's going on right now. So I guess the kids, they old enough that they could tell what was going on, said that they didn't give them any food. They were hungry and cold. And
how old were these kids? They didn't have cell phones to call their
like pre-teens, maybe.
Yeah, but they had cell phones. That's what they were doing. They had pictures. So the kids were showing the parents what was going on.
Oh.
But you know what? What parents today, with everything going on in the world, if I understand you got to go see your dad, he's in another state. Somebody needs to either fly with them or y'all need to drive, because anything could have happened. They could have gotten. What would happen if they wasn't locked in their room? Some trafficker would have been and took them to some foreign country.
But really, American Airlines should have notified their parents immediately
to come pick them up.
As a parent, you can look at the flight schedule and see if the flight took off. I used to put my kids on the plane, and they would fly from Dallas to Houston all the time. I knew if that plane took off or it didn't take off, and they would call me, "Hey, we're on the plane."
But what if you, as a parent, what if you were going to the Bahamas and your kids were going to Houston,
or you were
already gone in flight? And I think that was kind of the situation. Like,
she was traveling
were gone somewhere while they were going to wherever they were going, and now you're in the Bahamas and you can't even get back in time because your kids, saying, "Hey, we're locked in a room. We have nothing." Yeah, and I think it was hours and hours. I don't know if they didn't have anybody to come pick them. And that's another thing. If you're the only person on the list that can get them, do you know nobody can go get them? So if you're not there to go get them, or the person on the receiving end's not there, they're not going to just release these unaccompanied minors to anybody.
I think people with minors should think about those kind of things and just alternate situations and what might happen.
Yeah, because
you gotta have backup. You gotta have backup.
And names of people who are going to be there locally that can go and grab your kids just in case. The airport closed. We done seen all kind of tragic, crazy stuff happen where they just said, you know what, all the flights are shut down. We ain't doing it. And so you come get your child.
That's another big issue they're talking about with the upcoming travel season. Last year, you all remember what happened with Southwest Airlines.
Yeah.
And they're saying, how can people really trust Southwest this year? And
they
prepared this year.
They trying to make up for it, but it's still, people have some,
what are they making up for? With cheap flights or what?
They had some cheap flights, but I don't think people, the fact that because I'm also trying to go to LA for Christmas, and they had some cheap flights, and I was like, I don't think I was like, I'm not getting on just in case they had the same glitch. Because I was going to be trying to play it real close. I'm like, I need to get back because I'm trying to go somewhere else.
Well, you can't trust none of them.
Yeah.
So
not just Southwest. Yeah.
It is what it is.
Yeah. Last year was Southwest. It could be somebody else this time, this go round. But I definitely believe that, when you're planning these holiday travels, you really need to be strategic. You need to sit down and write a real plan. Don't be having this just in, I'm gonna do this, and we never know. Flights cancel. Things happen. People plans change. People have fights in family at Thanksgiving, and ain't nobody coming to our house for Christmas. Things like that happen.
Mm-hmm. I say definitely you have a backup, a plan B and C.
Yep. So
right.
I don't know. So and again, it's the holidays, and even above it all that, check on our friends that are struggling during these holidays, because this is a holiday, like we say, people have lost, and some people are very, very very, very fragile at this time, because I do have a couple of friends that over the past years they've taken their lives because they just couldn't deal with the loss of people for whatever's going on in their life. So holidays is just a traumatic time for a lot of people, and mental health and emotional issues are something that we also need to keep in mind.
Yeah.
So self-care is important.
Yeah.
Well, ladies, I think we had a good talk about where we're planning for the holidays. Tina, you told us about your great glamping.
I got to share some pictures on our page.
Yes, I want to go to Broken Bow too. Yvette, you all got something else you wanted to share with the listeners?
No, I don't. I think we gave them enough.
Well, I'm Jeanette.
And I'm Yvette.
And I'm Tina. And we are the Jet Setting Divas.
Tune in next Thursday when the Jet Setting Divas will tell you about another fun destination spot that you'll want to visit. For more on their excursions, log on to ShalettaMakesMeLaugh.com.
Have you heard the news about the new COVID-19 vaccine? The FDA has just approved the updated vaccine, and it's now available to keep you and your family safe. So get ready to roll up your sleeve. These vaccines are an effective tool to fight COVID-19. They target the variants that we know are circulating in our communities right now. So make a plan for you and your family. Contact your doctor, your clinic, your healthcare provider, or your local pharmacist and schedule appointments. The vaccine is authorized and recommended for all Minnesotans aged 6 months and older. Stay safe this fall and winter with the new COVID-19 vaccine.
It's not just another day in your life. Things are changing for the better. At Comcast, we see those changes, and we're thinking about how we use technology today to live, work, learn, and play. And we're building for the future now, so we're better prepared for the wants and needs of tomorrow. That's why Comcast is rolling out multi-gig internet speeds to more than 50 million homes and businesses before the end of 2025, making our already industry-leading network even faster, smarter, greener, and more reliable. Over the decades, Comcast has been your partner, working hard to serve your community, and will continue to be your partner. We're expanding our gigabits so you can enjoy the tiny bits that matter most.
You know Shaletta makes you laugh. You know Shaletta makes you laugh. But did you know Shaletta Brundage can also make you think and boost your business? Media personality, activist, and comedian Shaletta Brundage founded Shaletta Makes Me Laugh to celebrate and share the best of Black culture. It's a podcasting platform. You can download 10 weekly podcasts hosted by African-American subject experts at ShalettaMakesMeLaugh.com or wherever you find your favorite podcasts. ShalettaMakesMeLaugh.com is also a production house, creating broadcast-quality commercial content. And Shaletta and her team of storytellers create powerful promotional campaigns to get businesses the brand awareness they're looking for. Some of Minnesota's top businesses trust Shaletta, and you can too. Get out the word about your events and products and get in front of communities of color with ShalettaMakesMeLaugh.com. She's got the power to help your business.
When I walked across that stage at my high school graduation, I was excited, but confused about my next step. Then I walked through the doors at Doherty Family College. Doherty Family College is part of the University of St. Thomas. It's a 2-year college that lets you earn an associate's degree and puts you on a path to your bachelor's degree. Classes are small, so I have a personal relationship with professors committed to my success. Like the name says, they treat us like family. They call us scholars because they believe we could do anything we put our minds to. They set us up for excellence with free tutoring, and that's not the only thing that's free. Laptops, books, even breakfast and lunch, and bus fare. That's part of the package here at Doherty Family College. It's even free to apply. So do like I did. Go to dfc.stthomas.edu and set up a tour. We'd be excited to welcome you to our family here at Doherty Family College.
Ridership on Metro Transit is up. The number of folks taking buses, light rail, commuter trains has jumped by 21% over last year. This means more reliable, extended service and more connection for all of us riders. Have you noticed the expanded service on some key routes? Trips have been added to the Metro Orange line, and the frequency has improved to every 15 minutes. And the Metro A line operates every 10 minutes between noon and 6 p.m. on weekdays. Not only that, the bus route that operates in the core routes 2, 10, and 18 all have weekday service increased to every 10 minutes between noon and 6 p.m. All across the system, you're seeing service that is available earlier and later, and more service available on weekends. So come along for the ride on your Metro Transit.